Is it even possible to test the Garmin Approach R10 versus the Mevo Plus in a real-time comparison to see which one is more accurate? In this video, the Golf Dynasty will be doing exactly that to find out just how good the less expensive launch monitor is compared to the $1,700 flightscope Mevo Plus. If you watched the video about me testing a $60,000 commercial simulator versus the R10, you saw that while it performed really well, there were shots that the Garmin had a hard time reading accurately. In that particular video, I had to use balls specifically designed for the other simulator, which gave me the idea that the Garmin was at a disadvantage, considering that it wasn't designed to read those types of balls. Recently, Garmin announced that the Titelist RCT balls specifically designed to be used with golf simulators for increased accuracy were integrated into the R10 launch monitor, and I was eager to do a test with the Titelist RCT balls, the Garmin R10, and the Mevo Plus launch monitor to see if the Garmin is really worth your money. As you can see, the smaller screen on the right is for the Garmin R10 and the one in the middle is for the flightscope. Both monitors will be showing their data for the same shot, including the swing speed, carry distance, and total distance in yards. Keep in mind that each screen retains information from the last shot, so be sure to wait for the new shot data to populate before you compare the numbers. In the last test, we found out that the Garmin is most accurate in the 100 to 150 yard range. However, it struggled when it came down to distances outside that range. Keeping with that concept, we will be testing the Garmin with a range of clubs starting with a 60-degree wedge, then a 9-iron, a 7-iron, a 5-wood, and finally a driver in that order to find out just how well the Titelsist RCT balls work and if the R10 has any weaknesses that you should be aware of. Right off the bat, we can see that the Garmin is performing extremely well in the sub 100 yard range. In the last test, the R10 was oftentimes as much as 20 yards off on shots like these. However, in this test, it looks like every shot, even the short chips, are within just a few yards apart from the flightscope. After switching to the 9-iron, the Garmin still holds very strong with very accurate results. This is not a big surprise because we already knew it would be able to perform really well in this range. Even while using the 7-iron, I must say that I'm very happy with the results. So far, the Garmin is performing substantially better than it did against the About Golf simulator. I think with the longer distances of the 7-iron, there is slightly more deviation from the Mevo Plus distances. However, I am still very impressed with this unit and excited about the next two clubs. The Garmin did not let down with the 5-wood. Once again, with the longer distances, you can expect some bigger gaps between the two monitors, but even despite that, I am shocked at how accurate the R10 is at this range. I will say, however, that starting with the 7-iron, I started to see a pattern that became more obvious with the longer distance clubs. With the 5-iron, the deviation from the flightscope became even more apparent on some of the longer distance shots. Things got a little weird when using the driver, even though the gaps between the two monitors were relatively justifiable. When looking at the carry distances of the R10 and the flightscope, the numbers just did not look or feel believable. From someone who has been testing many different launch monitors, I have the feeling, and this is only a feeling based on what I know, that the Garmin R10 uses heavy estimation to compensate for lack of accuracy on longer distance shots, which is likely something that was implemented after the fact in a recent update. Is that a bad thing? Absolutely not. I'm very impressed with the results of this unit, and if I was in the market right now for a new launch monitor, I would seriously consider the Garmin R10 over the Mevo Plus. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching and being a supporter of the channel. If you like this content, it would really mean a lot if you would hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, because I have tons more videos like this to make, and your support means the world to me. But before you go, I hope you check out this video next.